What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on An Evil Existence. This game was published and developed by a solo dev. Forgive me if I butcher their name, but I think it's pronounced Draydur Studio. Anyhow, this is a survival horror game. Without a guide, it would probably take you anywhere from 2 to 4 hours depending on how good you are at games like these. However, with the guide, you can get it done in just under 45 minutes. As of right now, this game is not available on PlayStation, so no Platinum Trophy quite yet. However, it is available on Steam, so if you want to get the achievements on PC, you can do that here as well. Now, ultimately, I played through this game about 4 or 5 times in effort to make a quick and to the point guide for you guys. Overall, we have 3 missable achievements. I actually had some trouble finding 2 of them. However, I did end up finding them during my second run. And that's just because in my first run, I was trying to see if you can just play through the game, complete it, and get the full 1000 gamer score. But again, I can confirm we have 3 missables. Other than that, the game is $19.99, and I'll have a link in the description as always. So once we start off the game, what we're going to be doing is investigating this haunted house. We're going to walk over to the side. It's going to pop up with the notification showing your objective to look around the house. What you need to do is walk up to this window and look inside, in which you're going to find a really busted lady inside. Anyhow, after a couple seconds of an awkward stare down, we're going to walk back to the door that we were at before. But this time our friend has disappeared, and now it will let us go inside of the house. So you want to interact with the door and walk in. This is going to unlock our first achievement for entering the haunted house. Also, I want to point out that this game has some pretty good graphics. At times, as you can see, the lighting and the reflections are really well done, as well as the textures. However, the graphics on the humans as well as their animations, maybe not so much. Those definitely are not up to par with the graphics on the environment. So the game definitely has some moments where it shines. However, it has other moments where not so much. And that's just because once you get real close to some of these textures, they really don't look as well as they do from a distance. Anyhow, I also want to point out that originally my first 2 playthroughs were on an Xbox One X, and then I decided to play off of my internal on my Xbox Series X, and I gotta say, the game ran way better when I was playing on my next-gen console. And as you can see, we just unlocked our first achievement. That was for entering the house. That's the Nightmare Begins achievement worth 100 gamer score. Now what we want to do is head downstairs. We need to find the key for that safe up there. And pretty much it's right at the bottom of the stairway. All you have to do is open up this door right here. You're going to see a creepy lady at the end of the tunnel. And right behind her, there should be a bookshelf. All you have to do is open the bottom cabinet and you will find a key inside. Right here. And we're going to interact with that and open it. There is the key. We're going to take that and we are going to backtrack exactly where we came from, because we need to open up that safe. At least I think it's a safe. It may be a locker. Anyway, we need a key to open it. So we're going to backtrack. You can also sprint, I believe, by holding in one of the thumbsticks. However, there are particular areas in the game where it does not let you sprint. So if you're wondering why you can't sprint, it's probably just because you're in an area where it doesn't allow you to. Anyhow, once we get to the top of the staircase, we are going to backtrack. And right here is that safe or locker. You want to press A to interact with it. It is going to open it up and we are going to grab the hammer inside. Next, we are going to go back downstairs, but this time we have the hammer. You can press the right trigger to attack and swing the hammer. However, to be honest, you really don't deal with too many enemies in this game. And even when you do, the combat isn't really an area where this game shines. Now, with that being said, I did find this to be an enjoyable playthrough. Personally, I just think the $20 price point is a little too high. If you can find this in a digital sale for $10 or less, that's when I'd probably pull the trigger. Anyhow, you're going to walk back here. You can go ahead and skip interacting with that cage right there. Basically, what's going to happen is she's going to try to choke you, but there's no achievement related to it, so we're going to go ahead and skip interacting with that particular area. If you walk just a little bit further, you're going to find this area where you can break through the wooden planks with a hammer in effort to proceed through the level. So we're just going to follow this hallway, and we're going to end up going upstairs and through this door, in which you're going to end up in a loading screen. I'm going to skip through the loading screens in effort to make this video more quick and to the point. Now, once we get in here, ultimately we're going to end up backtracking to this room so that we can get into the attic. But first, we're going to go ahead and walk through this door. To the right, you're going to find a puzzle with one missing puzzle piece. We're going to have to find that puzzle piece to get an achievement. But for now, let's just go through this door. We're going to skip going up the stairs, go through this other door, and to the right, you're going to find the kitchen. Now right here, you're going to find a fuse box. You can press A to open it, and it's going to give you a new objective to find the missing fuse. So what we're going to do is walk upstairs, and you can find the fuse inside of the first room once you walk into this hallway right here. It's a bathroom. In the bathroom, you're going to find the fuse that you're looking for. Next, we're going to exit the bathroom and backtrack downstairs, and we're going to go back into the kitchen, which is in this door right here, and we're going to place the fuse inside of the fuse box. There we go, and now that we did that, now we can go ahead and get into the attic. So you want to backtrack through this door right here. You're going to pass the puzzle on your left-hand side, and right here you're going to see a switch. This switch wouldn't work unless we placed that fuse, but now that we placed the fuse, it should work, and it's going to lower the staircase, enabling you to get up into the attic. So we're going to walk up here, and you're going to make your way to the right-hand side and just follow the pathway. And at the very end, we're going to find a closet where we can go ahead and sneak peek at what's going on. This is a little cutscene that is unavoidable unless you press A. If you press A, it's going to pick up the puzzle piece located on the nightstand to your right-hand side. If you do this and pick it up, it will enable you to skip this little cutscene. Now, if you happen to already finish that cutscene, then the puzzle piece is supposed to be located right there on that nightstand or dresser, whatever you would consider that. Anyhow, we're going to make our way back down, and we're going to get out of the attic. Now that we have that puzzle piece, we can go ahead and place it inside of the puzzle right here to the right. So press A to place the puzzle piece. This is going to open it up and reveal the skull key. Not only that, but you should unlock the A Place to Visit achievement worth 100 gamer score for finishing that puzzle. My achievement happened to shadow pop, that's why you didn't see the notification. Now after you place that puzzle piece and you pick up that skull key, you want to go upstairs where you found the fuse, except we're going to skip that room and go to this door right here. It has a skull on it, in which you're going to use that skull key that you found. This is going to open the door, and in here you're going to find a note on the bed that has a year 1918. This is also the passcode to a door that we need to get into, so we'll need to remember that. Besides that, you need to walk in here and interact with this camera. This is going to trigger a cutscene. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip the cutscene in effort to make this more quick and to the point. Now after this cutscene is over, what we're going to do is leave the room, and we need to go find the door with the passcode. Now we're going to go ahead and exit out here. You're going to follow the hallway, exit to the right, and if you go left right here, and you're going to find the door with the keypad. We're going to press A to interact with the keypad, and we need to enter in the password that we found on that bed, or the piece of paper that was on the bed. The password again is 1918. So you want to go 1918 and then press OK. After you press OK, you need to navigate to the right and press exit. That's going to open up the door, and you're going to end up in the room that you were taking a peek at through the closet. Now what we want to do is interact with this little chest right here. This is going to trigger that busted lady that we seen in the window to pop out of the closet and stab you, in which you're going to end up fighting her. So you're going to have to defend yourself with the only weapon that you have, the hammer that we found. So all you got to do is start swinging at her. In all 4 playthroughs, never once did I die right here. I found that it was pretty much impossible to let her kill you as long as you keep swinging at her. Now I do want to foreshadow, you're pretty much going to be swinging at her for about 5 minutes before she finally dies. There we go, she finally died, and now we can go ahead and move on with the rest of the game. Once you kill her, you can press A and you can grab another fuse. Now what we need to do is take this fuse back to the kitchen. So we're going to exit out of this room, go to the left, in which you're going to go downstairs and to the right, and we're going to end up in the kitchen. We're going to interact with the fuse box and put that second fuse that we found inside, and that should open up this door right here, and we can go ahead and escape. And at this point, we are about 1/4 or 25% through this completion. I suppose we can do a little achievement check real quick. We should have 2 of the 10 achievements. You should have 200 of the 1000 gamer score. creepy. So we ended up in some sort of jail cell, and we are going to have to make our way out. But not before we barf a little bit. Now, this part of the game includes the 2 missable achievements that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. These are 2 achievements that if you pass them, unfortunately, you would have to start the game over again because there is no level select feature in the game. So you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention during this part of the game. Now, right here when you start off, you're going to end up right next to cell 1, 2, and 3. Inside cell 2, there's a picture in there that we have to pick up in effort to get an achievement. Now, we can't pick it up quite yet because the cell door is closed. We're going to end up opening it, and we're going to backtrack and get that picture. So once you make your way through here, you're going to find that you can go to the right, to the left, or straight. Now, left and right just include side doors. There's no reason to go over there, so we're going to go ahead and skip them for now. But once you walk through, you want to go through this doorway. It's to the right, and you're going to end up seeing gate 5, or a sign for it at least. You want to walk through here and press this switch. This opens up gates 2 and 5. We're going to walk inside of gate 5, and we're going to go ahead and sprint in an effort to save some time. You're going to find gate 6 at the end of that hallway. We're going to open up this door, and inside of here is a bathroom. We're going to find some stalls to the right and some urinals to the left. Now, we're going to start off by investigating the left side of this restroom. We're going to go ahead and open up that first aid cabinet and grab the herbs. Next, there's going to be a closet in the back. You're going to find a box inside, and we're going to get a new objective to open that box. Now, when you go to the stalls, you want to make sure that you open up this stall with the writing outside of it. This is one of the missable achievements. This is the Annabelle Rhodes achievement worth 100 gamer score for solving the disappearance of Annabelle Rhodes. If you don't open that up, you will miss that achievement. Next, you want to walk back into this closet and press the switch for gates 4 and 6. After that, we can go ahead and exit this restroom. There's nothing in that other stall besides a writing on the wall. It's a colored number. Basically, these numbers are going to give us the password or PIN code to the next keypad. I'll be explaining that to you guys in a bit. But before we go through that door in gate 6, we want to backtrack to go pick up that picture because, again, that is a missable achievement. At this point, we have opened up all of the gates, so we just need to backtrack to the room that we started in so that we can pick up that picture. So just follow where I'm going, make your way through here. Once you see that gate 4, technically we don't have to go through here, but I'm going to show you guys what's inside. It's just another one of those numbers painted on the wall that's going to help us input the password for one of the next keypad doors. And this is just one of the side doors that I was talking about. So that's going to lead you to the area that we started in. But now we've opened the gate to cell 2. So all we need to do is make our way over there and go inside. And there's going to be a picture of baby Johnny on the floor. Interact to pick it up. And we're going to unlock our next missable achievement called Baby Johnny worth 100 gamer score. And again, that one is missable, so if you don't backtrack and get that one and you end up at the next checkpoint, unfortunately, you would have to start your game all over again to get back to that point. So what we're going to do now is make our way through here. We're going to go through gate 5, and at the end, we're going to see gate 6. Now the gate is open, so we're going to make our way through. Walk up the stairs, and in here you can either go straight, left, or right. Now if you go left, you're going to end up getting attacked, but not really, kind of like a cutscene sort of thing. If you go straight, we're going to end up in this like auditorium area. Basically what we need to do is go all the way over here and enter in the code into the keypad. Now technically we could input the password right now, however we need to get something else first. So we're going to go back to where we came from, because once we get past this door, we're going to end up with a door with a lock and chain on it, and we need some bolt cutters or lock cutters to open that up. So we're going to head back over here. You can head to the right, and again, this is where you basically get attacked, but not really. And all we have to do is get back up, and we're going to end up right where she threw us down. And we're going to try to go into that room once again, but this time she's not going to attack you. So, let's see. Yep, I'm turned around just a little bit. Okay, so right here is the door where she attacked us. Go in here, and we're going to find the bolt cutters. We're going to grab those, and next we're going to go ahead and check the other room. Real quick, we can't do anything in this room yet, but I do want to point out that we need to get into this drawer. We can't get into the drawer until we find the lockpick. So that's the goal right now, is to find the lockpick and open up that drawer. So we're going to exit. We're going to go back to the door with the keypad on it. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the password. Now, basically the way that this puzzle worked is we have the 4 numbers that were painted on the walls in different colored paints. There's basically a little guide right next to the keypad that shows you in which color or which order to put in those numbers. So you put the blue number, the green number, the red number, and then the yellow number, which would be 3174. Press OK and then exit. This is going to unlock the door. You can press A to open it. Now we're going to end up in the locker room area. We want to make our way to the right-hand side and just follow the hallway. Eventually, you're going to get to a more well-lit area in which you're going to find a double door to the right. These double doors have a lock and chain on them, and you can go ahead and interact with them using the bolt cutters. This is going to cut the chain and open up the door. You're going to find some sort of utility closet in which you're going to find an axe. Make sure you interact to pick up the axe. Now that we have the axe, we're going to backtrack into the room or the auditorium with all of the chairs in it. There's another medical cabinet right there with another herb or health kit inside. You can grab it if you want to. However, I never found myself in a situation where I needed to use any sort of med kit. Now, once you get right here, we're going to end up in another cutscene where another busted lady is going to pop out, and she's going to go from zombie to Peter Eater real quick. We're going to have to button mash or tap right trigger to get her off of you, to say the least. Anyhow, we're going to stab her in the neck with the axe, and she's going to fall to the floor and maybe die. I think so. And after that, you just need to make sure to pick up your axe. You don't want to leave it there. We just went through all of that work to get it. So pick up your axe, and we're going to go ahead and leave her there, at least for now. Now we're going to go ahead and sprint back, and what we need to do is go to that utility closet inside of the bathroom or restroom and break open that box to get the lockpick. So we're going to go through right here, and to the left we're going to find the utility closet on the urinal side, and inside you're going to find this wooden box. Just swing at it with the axe. You're going to break it open and make sure to pick up the lockpick. And now we can go ahead and exit the bathroom, and we're going to make our way to the left through gate 6, and we're going to make our first right. It's into a classroom that has a desk in it, and again, we need to make our way into that drawer, and the only way to do it was to get that lockpick. So we're going to use the lockpick to open the drawer and grab the key. Once we have that key, we can go ahead and make our way through the auditorium, in which we're going to find out that the Peter Eater has woken up and left the scene. We have no idea where she went, but she left a trail of blood. So we're going to follow that trail of blood and see where it leads us. Pretty creepy. I thought we killed her. I guess not. Again, we just need to follow the trail of blood and see where it takes us. So pretty simple. Just make sure that you keep an eye out on the floor. Or if you just want me to give you directions, you go straight and to the right. Follow the lockers down the hallway back to the area where we use the bolt cutters. The room opposite of that one, which is going to be the library. So we're going to walk into the library and follow the trail of blood. This trail of blood is going to lead us to the dead body of the Peter Eater laying on the floor. Too bad for her. Anyways, we're going to press the switch for gates 3 and 7, and we're going to go to this safe right here, use the key, and we're going to be able to open up the safe, in which we're going to find our first gun. First and only gun. Spoiler alert, there's no other guns in the game. Now, I tried to warn you in the beginning, the combat mechanics aren't that great in this game, nor are the aiming mechanics when you're using a gun. So, good luck. If you die, no problem. There's a checkpoint right before this. Basically, what we need to do is unload a whole clip on her, reload, and then unload a second clip on her. At this point, she should die. So, first clip, and then right away, make sure you press B to reload, because he reloads super slow, and she's going to be attacking you while you reload. After that, empty your second clip into the Peter Eater, and she should finally die. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and pick up this first aid kit. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Even though I said I never used first aid kits like 5 minutes ago, I guess I did. Just that one time. But I didn't really need it, I guess. I don't know. Just use it if you want to. She does a little damage on you, but we don't have to worry about any other enemies anytime soon anyhow. We're going to go ahead and pick up the ammo right here laying on the table, and we're going to make our way through these doors and to the left. Now the door should be open for gate 7 now that we press that switch. So we're going to make our way down here. I'm going to go ahead and sprint just to make this just a little bit faster, and we're going to end up in another cutscene. Now, after you get knocked out, you're going to end up trapped in some sort of tunnel, and you're going to have to mash the right trigger in order to push this block. After you get that block pushed, it's going to give you a new objective, and that objective is simply to escape. Now, first thing you're going to notice is that there's fuel on the floor and that there are explosives everywhere. Basically, what's going to happen here is he's going to put that fire down, and we have to make a run for it. If for some reason you die right here, no big deal. There's a checkpoint right before. And as soon as you can, you want to start sprinting the opposite way. And basically, you want to make every right-hand turn that you can. It's going to force you left at first, and then you want to make a right-hand turn as soon as you see it. This one right here. Make a right, and then you're going to make another right as soon as you see it. Right-hand turn. Now this is going to lead us to a body of water where we'll be able to escape this fire tunnel. This is going to unlock our next achievement called Never Play with Fire, worth 100 gamer score, for escaping the tomb tunnel fire. Next, what we have to do is make our way to the other side of this water tunnel, and we're going to end up in a tomb with a bunch of graves. Now at the end of this tomb, we're going to find an exit. However, this exit is going to be blocked by some bees. In order for us to escape, we're going to have to smoke out these bees. To do that, we're going to have to make our own torch. So to start, basically what we're going to do is find the torch, and then we're going to have to light it and then bring it back to smoke out the bees. This is a 3-step process. First step is finding the torch. Now, what you do is you search through all of these graves in effort to find it. However, I'm just going to show you which one it's located in. You just press A to interact with one of the graves, and it opens it up, and you will reveal what's inside. Again, only one of them has an item inside, and that's the one all the way over here to the left. You're going to find the torch inside, and what we need to do is take it back to the fire to light it. So we're going to backtrack, and unfortunately, we have to go back through this really slow piece of water. At this point, I'm just going to fast forward it because you guys get the point. Once you get to the end of the tunnel, all you need to do is walk up to the fire and it will light your torch. Once the torch is lit, we need to make our way back into the water and go all the way back through. Again, unfortunately, really slow, but I'll fast forward it in an effort to make the video more quick and to the point. Now, again, we're going to be using this torch to smoke out the bees at the end of the tomb. You can find the tomb opposite of the grave that we opened to find the torch, right here. You simply walk up to it and it's going to start smoking out the bees away from their nest, or hive. I don't know why it calls it their nest. In the objective it said smoke out the nest, but I'm pretty sure this would be considered a hive, not a nest. I don't think bees have nests. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments if I am. Anyhow, smoke out the bees and you're going to make your way down. Through this hallway, you're going to see a gate at the end, which is the gate to access the cemetery. However, it is locked. We're going to be able to open that by making our way down these stairs, and to the right, we're going to find a lever. We're going to push or pull that lever, and that is going to open up the gate, enabling us to get inside of the cemetery. So press A to interact with that. That's going to push you into another loading screen, which I'm going to edit right through. And inside of the cemetery, we have our third missable achievement. So you have to make sure that you interact and pick up this picture at the end of this pathway. All you need to do is continue to go all the way down. Just go straight, and you're going to end up seeing some candles at the end next to a picture. What you need to do is pick up that picture. That's going to unlock our next missable achievement called Identify the Corpse, worth 100 gamer score, for finding out who that corpse belonged to. Next, we're going to take a right and make our way all the way down. And basically, the cemetery is a big square, maybe a rectangle. Basically, it's filled with 90-degree corners. You just need to make your way down, turn, make your way down, turn, and eventually you're going to see this nun appear. She's like a ghost. She's going to point over to an area where you need to walk towards, and she's going to appear again. This one is going to unlock our next achievement called Nun Ghost, worth 100 gamer score. This one is unmissable, so everybody should get that one as long as you complete the game. You're going to interact with that grave. Under it, you're going to find the keys for the van. After you pick up the keys, the twin brother is going to climb out of the ground, in which we're going to end up fighting him. We're going to have to defeat him in an effort to get an achievement and move on with the game. Now, basically the way that you defeat him is by picking up these wooden crosses located across the cemetery. You're going to have to hit him with quite a few of these crosses. I'm not going to edit through this, just so you guys know exactly, how long it takes or what it takes to defeat him. But basically, all of these crosses that you can pick up are highlighted with little interact icons. You can go ahead, walk up to them, press A to pick it up, and you want to press right trigger to swing it at him. And we're going to rinse and repeat this until basically one of the wooden crosses has a sharp edge that we can stab him with. Now, I wasn't joking when I told you he takes a lot of crosses. Basically, you almost have to find all of the crosses in the cemetery and hit him with them in effort to beat him. At least it felt like I had to find all of the crosses in the cemetery. By the time I was looking for the last one, I really couldn't even find one. So just pick them up and swing them. Again, they're easier to find if you look out for those interact icons. I think we already hit him with like 4 or 5 so far. I think that's another one in the distance. Yep, it sure was. I'm surprised it actually showed the interact icon from that far away. But let's see here. Let's see if this is the one. Nope, no shank off of that one. So we're going to have to continue to look around. Now, again, I'm not going to edit through this because I want you guys to understand the actual struggle of beating this guy. And if I just edit through picking up each of these, then you're not going to understand that. You really have to walk around to find all of these crosses and make sure that you hit him with enough to beat him. It's not hard, it's just annoying and tedious having to look for all of these wooden crosses. Sometimes I found that the interact icons didn't pop up right away, so it's kind of like 50-50. Sometimes they pop up from far away, sometimes they don't even pop up even if you're close, so you're just going to have to keep walking around until you see them. That window glare got me right there. I thought that was another cross. Nope, that's not one either, and I'm pretty much stuck. Yeah, can't walk through there. Hopefully he doesn't attack me while I'm stuck in a corner. Nope, because the AI isn't too smart in this game, guys. Really, you don't have to worry about dying at all. If anything, you might have died when you were trying to shoot the Peter Eater, just because the reload is really slow, and I found that she killed me once while I was reloading, but that's about it. And that's only because the reload was super slow. Anyhow, this dude is still taking wooden crosses to the face. I don't know how many more I gotta give him. I honestly probably should have counted how many crosses I hit him with before it revealed a wooden shank. But, I mean, you guys can just watch the video. Again, I didn't edit through it, so feel free to count how many crosses he took to the dome before I got the wooden shank. But I feel like you pretty much need to find all of the wooden crosses in the cemetery. I wonder what happens if maybe you lose one. Or I guess you can't. You don't lose it unless you actually hit him with it. So, I don't know. Maybe you do have to find all of the crosses in here. Because, again, I think I have one left. And I was having trouble finding it. But I see the interact icon in the distance. I think that is the last one, guys. We shall see. Let's pick it up. And hope for the best. Swing it. Yeah, alright. See, now I got the wooden shank. Press right trigger to stab him. And there we go. That's going to defeat the twin brother, in which we should be unlocking an achievement for defeating him shortly after. There we go. That's the Die by the Broken Cross achievement worth 100 gamer score for killing the twin brother with a broken cross. Next, we need to pick up the key card that he drops, and we need to head towards the van. This key card is going to enable us to open a gate to exit the cemetery. You just need to find the exit gate. You can just follow the gate around until you see like a little glowing red light with the keypad on the gate. It's pretty much near the area where we found the nun ghost and we found the keys inside of that grave, as well as where the twin brother tried to attack us. So right over here, you should find the keypad somewhere around this area. See, right over there. But again, we can't walk through this because there's a gate right there. So we're going to have to make our way around here. And once we get up to the gate, you should be able to use that key card on it in effort to be able to exit the cemetery. There we go. Use the key card, and now you should only have the keys for the van. After that opens up, press A to open that, and press A to open up the second gate, in which there's going to be another loading screen, which I edited through. And now what we need to do is make our way into one of these garages. You just need to keep an eye out for this crazy lady right here with the chainsaw. Basically, she's the boss of the whole game. However, we're not going to work on defeating her quite yet. If you turn left from where you start, you're going to find a box on the wall right here. You want to make sure to press that switch. There's 3 different switches total. We're going to need to press all of them in effort to get into one of these garages. We're going to just make sure that we, don't get too close to this crazy lady, or she's going to try to kill you with that chainsaw. So you want to follow her a bit, and she's going to end up going straight, and you want to head to the right hand side. This is like a back path to the second box that we need to flip the switch on. So just follow back here. I'm going to go ahead and sprint. You're going to go all the way to the right. Just follow the right hand side, and that's going to take you to this box right here. Go ahead and use that breaker box, and we're going to backtrack just a little bit. But right here, rather than going all the way to the left where we started, we're going to take a right down the path where she walked. But this time, she ended up going right towards where we were at just now. So she shouldn't be there. Just make sure that you went where I went, and you should be good to go. We're going to try to make our way through that door right there. But first, you have a box hidden right here. This is our third breaker box. Make sure that you press the switch on that, and that should turn the electricity on. And now you can go ahead and press the on switch right here, so that way we can get into that blue garage. Inside of the garage, we're going to find the van, and again, we have the keys for the van, so this is going to enable us to try to escape in the van. So walk up to the van, press A, and select the van keys. But as usual, this dude's showing up right in time, right when we were trying to exit. We're definitely going to have to kill that guy. Alright, so once you get in here, we just want to proceed forward. We want to go through this passageway, and we need to make our way up these stairs. Again, you can sprint, I think, by holding in the left thumbstick. I'm going to go through that door, and we're going to end up right here next. Now, this is the room where we're going to fight the guy that keeps trying to kill us every time we try to escape. He's actually right there. But first, let me show you guys this door that we're going to end up exiting through. We're not going to be able to exit until we defeat him, but I'm going to show you where it's at real quick first. It's on basically the other side of this whole room right here. It is right here. So we're going to end up trying to exit through here, but first we need to get the key card, and he has the key card. So we're going to have to go kill him. First, we need to grab a weapon. If you go right here, you're going to see a bunch of blood on the floor. Right here, you're going to find a big knife, like a butcher's knife. And you want to pick that up, and then you can just go right here, and he's going to be in this next cage, and you just want to start swinging on him. Much like the other lady, he is going to take forever to kill. You can swing on him a bunch of times before he actually dies, but after swinging at him for quite a while, eventually he will die. Unfortunately, there is no achievement related to defeating him. However, he does drop that key card. We're going to use that to be able to escape this butcher's room right here. Again, I just showed you guys where the exit was at, so we're going to backtrack just a little bit. Got stuck over his body right there for just a second. And make a left, just follow the left-hand side, and you're going to find the room right here. We're going to interact with that, use the key card that we just picked up after defeating him, and that's going to send us to another loading screen. I'm going to go ahead and edit through that, and that's going to push us right here to the last part of the game. Here, we're going to end up having to battle the crazy lady with the chainsaw. First, you want to walk up here to this patio, and inside of this house, we're going to find the flamethrower. You just need to make your way through the house. At the end of the house, the last room, you're going to find the flamethrower sitting on a chair. Going to go ahead and pick up that flamethrower, and basically, she's going to take a couple clips of this flamethrower, or a couple tanks, I should say, and there's a couple different reload tanks located around this level. So we're going to unload a whole tank on her. She's going to start burning for a couple seconds, and we're going to make our way right here on the patio and grab that second tank. Now, once she starts coming at us again, and we're going to unload a whole second tank on her. I think she takes like 4 tanks before she dies, so we're going to unload the second one right here. And after that, I need to reload my tank. Sorry, that was still my first tank. This is the second one. Unload that until she starts screaming and burning. And now we're going to look for a third tank. Now, I gotta admit, this level is a little dark. It's hard to see the entrances or the staircases to make your way up some of these patios. So, I did have a little bit of trouble with that. For instance, there's a reload tank right there. I'm just trying to get up there. I found that if you make your way all the way to the left-hand side over here, you're going to find a staircase that you can go up. Not that one, though. I'm not too sure why I couldn't make my way up that one. There's actually a tank right here. You don't even need to go up another patio. Going to unload this tank on her. This is the third tank. Well, after I reload it at least. Third tank. And okay, she actually took 3 tanks, not 4. So even easier. That's going to unlock the It's Time to Burn achievement worth 100 gamer score. That's for killing the Heartley Mother with a flamethrower. After you defeat her, you want to make sure to pick up her chainsaw. And what we need to do is take this chainsaw all the way to the building or house on the other side of the map. You can walk up this staircase right here. This one's a little more well lit up. And the only way to break open this is with this saw. So go ahead and use the saw on all of these wooden planks. And in here you're going to find a desk with a phone on it. Interact with that phone and that is going to complete the game. This is going to unlock our final achievement for completing the game. At this point, you guys should have 10 out of 10 achievements, a full 1000 gamer score. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It definitely takes more time and effort to voice over a 40-minute video compared to like a 5 or 10-minute one. Other than that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 20 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including TimG84, AOJ, The Gaspless, Purple Rain 6, Blackbird, and NL the Dude. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.